Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing one of my ocean favorites. We're going to be having fish. Now the fish that I have chosen is one that I truly do enjoy, but I rarely cook it, and that is salmon fish. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need to make this delicious fish, and it only takes a short amount of time. Now this is the salmon fish, and I want you to notice the color. The color is a deep orange. What that means, this is an ocean caught fish. It gets its food from the ocean. It's not kept in a bin. When you get the paler looking salmon, it's normally kept in a bin and it's fed by humans. This is from the ocean. This is the better choice because it's high in omega-3. It's also high in the proteins that you need to sustain your body. Now with this is good if you have high cholesterol. It's good if you have any kind of joint inflammation. Omega-3 is just good to eat or consume in your food, and you're going to get it a lot of times from your fish. Now I have decided that I'm going to have this fish along with a house salad, and I'm going to make some sauteed shrimp on the side. I already have the shrimp. They're soaking because they were frozen, but I'm going to get started with the ingredients that you're going to need to make this delicious fish, and it only takes 10 to 12 minutes for this fish to cook, and it's ready. Flaky, juicy, and very good. You're going to need sea salt, smoked paprika, because we're going to give it a little bit of a smoky flavor. With any fish, I love to have lemon pepper on it. So we're going to have some lemon pepper, and we're going to have some garlic and herb blend. Now we're also going to saturate this fish with some olive oil. Now we're not gonna make it like a deep oily type sauce that we're gonna put on it, but we're gonna make sure that it's all covered with oil. And why do we do that? Because we want a crispy top on this fish. We want it to be flaky, and we want it to be good. So I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna cut and wash up my fish, and I'll be right back. Add my seasonings, pop this in the oven, and wait for this delicious fish to come out. Be right back. Okay, now I'm back. So I'm going to put I've turned my fish upside down just so you can see the back of it, but really so I can actually put some olive oil on the back of my fish. Now I'm not going to turn this fish back up. I'm going to bake it on one side, and there's no need for me to have it on the other side because this side will cook with the amount of olive oil that I've just put on it once it's in the oven, that 400-degree oven. Then it will go ahead and cook. So I'm going to do one, and then I'm going to do the other one. So you take a really this is a fillet. So you take this, you put your oil on it. Now remember, that oil is just to help crisp it and brown it up. So you put your oil on it, and then you take and you put your seasonings. And what I did was I just took all of the seasonings and I just put them into one bowl. I mixed them together and I put them in one bowl. Now you want to make this generous. See, I have that. You want to make it as generous as you possibly can on your fish. You don't want to over season, but you want to taste it. Okay, now once you put that on your fish, then you want to cut your fish into the sizes that you think will be the right sizes for your family. Now what I'm going to do is, this looks about 3 inches long, so I'm going to cut it about 3 inches wide, and I'm going to do that to this and the other ones, but I'm just going to show you this. Now if you see, this is kind of cut on like an angle, so I'm going to continue. Okay, there it is, and I'm going to put it on my baking sheet. Now I'll probably have to use 2 baking sheets for this, so I'm going to put it on my baking sheet, and I'm going to let them just cook up. And this one I'll just cut halfway. Okay, there you go. All right, so now sometimes you can buy this in the store where it's already cut into your pieces where when you get home, the only thing you have to do is just go ahead, pop it in the oven, and then eat it. But I found that it's better if I just cut my own, because nobody's taste is really the same when it comes to this. And if you do it yourself, you know just how much your family is probably going to eat, and probably the children will require a lesser piece than the adults. Okay. Okay, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my seasonings up. Now I have my shrimp that are sitting over near the stove, and they already have been washed. Only thing I have to do is season them up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this leftover seasoning that I have here, and I'm just gonna put it on my shrimp, and I'm gonna saute my shrimp up while I have my fish in the oven. That way everything will finish up pretty much at the same time. So I've done that. The only thing else I'm going to do is just to slice it up, put it in my oven, allow it to cook. I'll show you when I get ready to put it in the oven, when I get both pans ready, and then we'll wait for the finished product, but I know it's going to be great. I'll be right back. All right, I'm at my stove, and here's my fish up there. My stove has preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and put my fish in on the middle rack, okay? And I'm going to allow it to cook 10-12 minutes, and I'll bring you right back. Now, I'm going to put some oil and butter in here, and I'm going to saute up my shrimp. When I get ready to do that, I'll bring you right back. Alrighty, now I'm at my stove, and my oil is heating up. This is half butter and half oil. And if you can look over here, this was my leftover seasonings. So I'm going to take them, just season up my shrimp with it. Let me turn my heat down just a little bit. Move it back for a sec. I'm going to just season up my shrimp with the leftover seasonings. That way all of my flavors will kind of mix together. You know, they'll taste the same, right? So my flavor from my fish and my flavor from my shrimp, I'll be getting the same flavor. So I'm going to go ahead, bring that back up on the heat, and saute up these shrimp. I just really had a taste for the salmon, and it's been in my oven now roughly about 4 minutes. So we got a little while to go. So I can cook all these shrimp right together because that's really no biggie, but I thought that this would be a nice addition to the salmon. Now I do have, I turned it back up because I do have all of my shrimp in now. I do have some lemon that I have sitting on the side, and as soon as my fish is done baking, then I'll just go ahead. I got this little fella, let me get him in there. I'll just go ahead and squeeze some lemon juice down over my salmon. So this is going to take roughly about 5 minutes, and you know, once it turns pink, then you know that your shrimp is actually done. So I'm going to let this go ahead and saute up. By the time I bring you back, this should be done, and it'll be time to take the salmon out of the oven. So I'll just saute this up, and I'll bring you right back. Be right back. Okay, my time is up. It's been like about 12, 13 minutes. There you have it. Chris is cooking salmon fish, and I know it's going to be delish. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some lemon juice down on this. And I have my hand up underneath that so I can catch those seeds. Okay. Now, one way that you could tell that, I need a fork. One way that you could tell that your fish is done is if the end of it, if you can flake it loose, then that will tell you that your fish is done. Okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Really 10 to 12 minutes, that's really all that you need. But let me just take one and flake it. See? See how I can pull that loose? When you can pull that loose like that, your fish is done. So I'm going to go ahead and plate you up a plate because I'm having this along with salads, and I'll post you a picture of it at the end so you can see how it came out. Now, just want to tell you that's what I'm having tonight. This is great tonight because it will not weigh you down. It's a meal that you can eat, truly enjoy, and you can go ahead and you don't feel weighted down. That's what Chris has for you tonight. She's making salmon, sauteed shrimp, and a house salad. And as always, thank you for watching. Chris cooked for you too. Bye.